Alright guys, we're gonna, pardon me for shooting video on my potato here. It's not the greatest camera, but it does the job. Give you a little close-up. This is going to be a long video, by the way. So some of the window issues we were speaking of. Some sill, that's broken seal between the panes. That obviously needs to be addressed. Just going to walk around the outside to start with. We've got some little wonky places in the siding. We might have to replace a few. We'll see how that goes. Getting this thing washed with some hypochlorite or some oxalic acid will get rid of a lot of the oxidation. Make a huge improvement, bring the color back to the siding basically. Alright, I'm going to walk down there. The yard is actually not bad. A couple of places that need to be addressed. Let's see if we can. If I'm making you seasick with my video, I do apologize. Well, okay. Yeah, that's not exactly up here. And if we look right there, it's a 4x4 set on its sideways. Basically, it's sitting the wrong way with a you know what I mean. Cinder block sitting the wrong direction. We do actually have a very old water heater that probably needs to be replaced. I'm not sure what else is going on down there. We've got insulation hanging everywhere. And we need, obviously, piers. This is where that big price tag we were talking about comes in. Alright. Not too much in the way of yard cleanup, which is good. That right there, when we do the roof, I'm quite sure, 100% sure we're going to run into rotten wood there. There's also a place inside. We might get into subframing on that one, I'm not sure. We won't know until we open it up, unfortunately. Rust stains can be taken off with oxalic. There's some cleaning products out there that'll help. Of course, finding out where the stain is, where it's dripping from, which is probably that light fixture. Foundation overall is in good shape. That little spot, not a big deal, especially for the age. Obviously, you can see the roof is going to be necessity. Foundation and roof should really be kind of priority number one. Little window unit AC there. I'm not sure. I don't think that there is central upstairs. If you want to discuss getting that done, we can sort of make that happen. I'm just going to keep rolling while we proceed to the inside. There's actually a couple of spots like that. Alright. Paneling, popcorn ceiling, that when we address this, because it actually does need some patching over here from previous leak, Probably just scrape that popcorn and make it do a painted ceiling. Paneling is okay. Just painting it would be fine. The floor in here is good. Not the carpet, of course. A little bit odd to have your, I guess because it was the old farmhouse. There's subfloor there too. Okay, it looks like the hot water heater under the house is not the one in use, which is kind of good. Interesting place to have washer and dryer. So the level of the floor in here is okay. Let's see, we're just going to go clockwise. Popcorn ceiling again. Don't know if you can tell or not. There's a ridge. There's obviously the main beam of the house is here because it rises to this and drops off in each direction. Alright, here's the fun part. I know you've seen pictures, but I'll try to give this to you in its full grandeur. One thing I didn't notice before, if it'll show up in video, the tub is not, I don't think the tub is quite level. I haven't put a level across there, but you can obviously see on that left side where water has been settling. So essentially it's a matter of time. It's a matter of time until you have a leak and issues there. All the beautiful wallpaper. Again, popcorn ceiling. I don't know if the staining in the ceiling there is coming from above. Alright, this is actually, I'll reorient you. Here's your okay, return there with a funky little closet. This room is underneath where the crawl space, the floor that needs all the work. These little tiles, for a rental, I would probably just paint them. They're in decent shape. These particular tiles are about 1/4 inch thick and are essentially stapled, kind of like almost like a tongue and groove. If you've never seen them, basically stapled right to the rafters. So you can see here what we're looking at as far as the floor goes. It's as wonky as it gets. This floor from right there on the outside to there drops probably 3.5 inches. So just so you know what we're getting into. Alright, third room, carpet and flooring obviously. Painted ceiling. This room's actually not half bad from a renovation standpoint. A little bit of patch and paint. Once again, broken seals in the windows. Yes, I very much want to. Sure enough, we are going to go find out if that still works. If you don't know what that is, then we'll have to do some education on that. Anyway, kitchen. This is not paneling. These are actually stained old yellow pine. I would completely leave. The only thing I don't like is it switches from pine to beadboard, come across the window, and it goes from beadboard to Formica on the wall. The cabinets need to go because, well, that one got me. That's actually wood. The rest of them are metal. That's some straight up 1940s, 1950s right there. The stove might be salvageable. Have to do a function check on that. The refrigerator, I would probably ditch the refrigerator, and I believe this is probably taking my life in my hands here. Has all appearance of being an upright freezer. Sink and cabinets, probably need to get rid of that. This area here, and you can see, so we can get some light on it for you. That's all. Okay, I don't want to breathe that anymore. You get the idea. So there's quite a bit to be done in here. All right, we are back around to the beginning, so let us turn and go upstairs. Had an idea. This is not thick enough to be a load-bearing wall. It's literally, the whole thing's probably 1.5 inches. So we could actually take out this portion, move the light switch of course, take out this portion, put a handrail up, and completely open up the side of the stairs. It would really do a lot for this area. If you want to do something to address essentially the transition from the old sort of clapboard to drywall, we can do that, or just leave it as is. It's not like it's going to hurt anything. And there is no, let's see, you've got one vent there to keep an eye out, because I don't think there's any sort of central up here. If we can find a way down the road, maybe. The way this is constructed is going to be a hot box in the summertime. You're going to have tenants that are going to be running window units in every room. So this room, just paint, flooring obviously. That seems to line up with the return air downstairs, so we're going to have to figure that out as we go. Oh, I was incorrect. I see 2 floor registers. Good, good, good. This bathroom, this tub enclosure looks to be very serviceable. The toilet probably should go, as well as the little vanity sink here. It looks like they picked it up out of the garbage or something, to be honest with you. And you're not mistaken, the end of this room is where the ceiling slopes down to about 4 feet at the end there. Well, I kind of like how they did that. You got a little storage room. Trying to get the video to coincide with the flashlight here. There's about a 5.5 foot by 16 foot long little room past the knee wall there, and then your closet is right here. So interesting. Little finish in there. I'd probably just leave the doors and everything like they are. Have a little bit of patch and paint. This stuff up here is just, it's gotten a little bit moist, not bad. some sort of, oh, looks like they just painted over old wallpaper. Okay, we can scrape and finish and paint that. Yeah, how adorable is that? I guess maybe if they have kids, I'll probably just paint everything white. I'm sure you have a picture of this room. A little bit oddball, but not too bad. Alright, coming up to the last room upstairs. Sort of a closet, right? And where I was pointing upwards from the outside, pointing at the roof, saying that the corresponding spot inside is, I don't know if you can see that or not, it's gone, which means when we open this up, this whole corner might get involved. I will minimize that as much as I can, but just so you know what we're getting into. That seems like kind of a large baseboard heater for this size of room. Interesting. Okay. All right, gentlemen. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know.